one thing that I want people to understand about credit is that there's something for everybody. You know, a lot of people think the average businessman or the main person. No, it doesn't matter what you do. Let's look at a few examples. Let's say you're a rapper, okay? Let's compare a regular rapper to a big top-notch rapper. If you notice, the rappers that are bigger top-notch rappers are businessmen. 50 Cent, Jay-Z, people like that have bigger names and have become iconic, they're also business owners. And so if you're a rapper, you know, a lot of times you get your advance or you get your record deal, whatever. A lot of rappers are very uneducated. They will go to like a car dealership and buy up 2-3 cars for $300,000-$400,000 cash. I've seen it. I work with rappers all the time. But a business savvy rapper ain't gonna do that. A business savvy rapper is gonna put one car up under their business for the tax write-off. The other car could be on their credit report so they have comparable debt. Then they'll take it and refinance it under the business. Then that way they have a primary on their personal. Then they'll take and invest in a different company and stuff like that. So that's the situation with a rapper. I've helped a lot of women that are in the adult industry. They want to get their body done. They want to be able to travel and do stuff like that. All that stuff you can do with credit. If you get your body done with credit, what's going to happen is a trade line is going to report to your credit report. It could be a $15,000 trade line from one of a number of companies. That's going to help build your credit. So you just got your body done and you build your credit. And now you just make monthly payments. You know, all the way down to the business owner, the person who wants to start a restaurant, the people like that. It's somebody for everybody. If you have a drop shipping business and you're buying merchandise from overseas, they have credit cards that will specifically give you kickbacks for buying merchandise overseas, give you kickbacks for buying merchandise online, give you points and all this stuff like that. So credit is for every single person, man. Like no matter what you do, you can utilize that.
The suit looks really good in here.
Does it?
With the red stripe, yeah.
Does my hair look messed up?
No, it's good. It's solid.
Yeah. This is the last one. One of the things that's important to remember is that one of the things that's important to remember is appearance. Appearance says a lot. You know, we live in a world where people judge you by what they look and what they see. You know, a lot of times perception is reality, you know. How you dress speaks a message. If your teeth are chipped or cracked, that speaks a message. If you got white teeth, that speaks a message. If you're really big and fat and overweight and breathing hard when you're talking or giving a motivational speech, that speaks a message. Everything you wear as far as your appearance gives a message. How you pull up in your car gives a message. What car you drive gives a message. The color of the car gives a message. So remember that whenever you approach something, even in your brand, you know, if you go to a website and you look at a website and it got Gucci Girls Grills and it's pink splashes everywhere and bedazzled jewels everywhere, a bank is not going to be looking at that website similar to how they would look at a website from another sister that comes in Miss Jules, pristine lounge where it's classy, it's a little bit of black girl magic, it's the corporate bank on there. It's a different vibe, it's a different look. You know, yes, they're going to look at the full picture. So they go look at bank statements of both. This girl could have great bank statements. This girl could have great bank statements. If they had to make a choice, they're going to go here. So remember that appearance is absolutely everything. What you do, how you do, the colors you use, how you dress, the whole nine. I remember when I first started really getting into the credit world, I used to just wear whatever. I did. Now you see, I'm doing a lot better. I'm stepping up my game a little bit, but it's just because what you present out there to the world, people are going to judge you by. So you should really know that. That's about it. I'm just.
Yeah, so that's it. Okay, cool. And action.
You know, the other day I was speaking to a young lady and she was kind of telling me about her circumstances. She said, I'm I'm at the end. She was like, I'm getting evicted from my apartment. I got 2 kids. I got nowhere for them to go. I got a car that doesn't run. I don't even barely have money for food. I just feel like giving up. And I looked into her eyes and I could tell that she was really at her end. You know, I empathize with that because I've been to that situation. I've been there. But then it dawned on me, I said, this is financial. This is financial. And so what I asked her, I said, listen, I totally know and understand what you're going through and how you feel like there's no way out. But my question to you is this: what if I told you in 3 to 6 months you could have $50,000 in your bank account? What if I told you that you could have a 750 credit score? You could be driving any car that you want, working, doing all the steps to get you back into shape, not worried about where you're going to eat or anything like that. Do you think you would feel different? She said, yeah. She said, I absolutely would. And I said, well, here's what I'm telling you. You can do that. You absolutely can do that. And she was like, how? How? So for me, it was really a matter of showing her the way and saying, well, look, this is what you do, you know? It could be going to a halfway house for a few months, having somebody to hold your kids or watch your kids, get yourself on your feet and going hard on your credit like your life depends on it, because it does, especially if you're ready to throw in the towel, you know, and she was inspired by that. And she's currently actively in the process of doing that right now. Credit can change your life, man, because the truth of the matter is this: who has a rich uncle that's going to give them 40K? And people get tired of you asking them to borrow $200 and $50 and $500. People get tired of that, man. They see you coming every time. Like, I done took all the chances and the risks to go out here and make it and become successful. And here to come this person again asking for some more money. It's another person. And people like me who have been super successful, took all the chances and the risks, and we've built up this money and we've done the work to do it. Now people come everywhere asking for money, when the reality is that you could do it yourself. You just don't want to, or you didn't believe it. And so do it. Know it, believe it, and go out there and do whatever that it takes so that you can be in a position in life to where you don't have to worry about that or stress of that. Life has enough of its own problems and circumstances to have to worry about that as well. A lot of people ask me, like, why do I need 80 to 100,000? I ain't got nothing to do with it. Even if you don't got nothing to do with it, you need it. What if an emergency happens to where one of your relatives or your mom needs a kidney and they're going to charge $45,000 for it, or she's going to die? I mean, you wouldn't want to save your mom's life? You wouldn't want to get a credit card and be able to swipe it to save her life? You got to think about it. Like, there's no reason for you not to. That's it, man.